Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to the TeamTurbo Field Manual, the Iron Buster and you. Berserker Basics for the Modern Giant. Volume 1 covers the basics of engagements, grapples, and core combos. I will show you the best way to engage an enemy, what grapples are best used at what times, and what damaging abilities you should weave into your grapple combos to establish your core combos. This guide serves to help new berserkers learn the absolute basics of cannon play and how to become better berserkers with their awakening weapons. That being said, the guide does focus on cannon use heavily. Let's get started. Alright, so these are your ranged defensive abilities. Fast shooting involves putting your Flamebuster ability on a keybind and double tapping the keybind to achieve a rapid shot. Keep that in mind as we move forward. So these are your basic shots. You have your keybind Flamebuster, shooting mobility, your charged up Flamebuster, ancient power, and crouch shot. Ancient power being the heaviest hitting. All these abilities do knockdowns, air smashes, and down smashes. Use them wisely in appropriate times for maximum devastation. And now onto something just a little bit more complex, shooting quickly. Shooting quickly involves using your keybind Flamebuster and animation cancelling with shake off and evade. These shots have the full CC effects of a regular shot and the maximum range. These shots allow you to get air smashes and down smashes in a short 3-round burst on an enemy target. You're able to get a free amount of damage on an enemy player before you've even arrived, making this a very effective way to engage on a target. Here we have a striker. I will hit him now with a shot, air smash, down smash, and he's already a quarter down of his health before I even arrived on the scene. That's using the shake off animation. Here's one with the evade animation. Using the evade animation you can get the same effects, but this uses more stamina than shake off, but is slightly faster and is easier to achieve this combo with. So now you want to get physical, no problem. These abilities will keep you safe while traversing long distances, be it by super armor or iframe. Lava Piercer, being one of our more iconic abilities, provides you with the super armor as you run to your target. We also have Giant Leap. We can Giant Leap forwards or backwards. Giant Leap forwards covers about 25 units of distance, to where Giant Leap backwards covers 35 units of distance. This is a super armor and then an iframe while you're in the air. You can traverse gaps and open spaces using these abilities. They are great for getting to where you need to be instantly. So let's look at the grapples here. We got 4 grapples. Out of all these grapples, you can use all of these in your axe form, except for rooting. Rooting can only be used in your Iron Buster form. All these grapples have some kind of second ability you can use, so it's important to get familiar with what the grapples can do while you have somebody grappled in them. Let's take a look at that now. Now let's use these grabs on some players. Here we have Rock Smash. You can hit W to initiate a charge while using Rock Smash. This one here is going to be Smackdown. Smackdown's a pretty good grab. It's our fastest one for sure. Here we have Undertaker. It's our slowest grab, but still a good grab. Here we have the Awakened grab. Inflicts a bound state. And I'm going to show you some flows. Here's Smackdown with Undertaker flow. Does good damage. Here we have Rock Smash with the spacebar flow. It's not Undertaker, but it does do extra damage. And here we have Corpse Storm with the Undertaker flow as well, also good damage. Speaking of damage, here we have the core damaging abilities in the Iron Buster form. Blasting, ground lifting, and its flow, General Disarray. You can use General Disarray separately by using it on a keybind. Here we'll use them on some players. First, we have Blasting. Blasting inflicts a knockback, providing a nice window for additional CC. Good ability, but no super armor, so use it safely. Here we have Ground Lifting. Ground Lifting can be used during any attack and it floats the enemy player. And here we have General Disarray off the keybind. Also floats the enemy player, but also provides us with a very strong iframe. A short but strong iframe. Here we have the abilities together. Blasting and then Ground Lifting. I just do 1 tap of Blasting and then into a Ground Lifting immediately. This is a 2-tap attack. Here we have General Disarray into a tap of Blasting. Another 2-tap attack. And here we have just 2 taps Blasting. And so these abilities do devastating damage when used together with your grapples. Using these together with your grapples will help you establish your core combos. Your core combos should look something like this. Grapple, and then you could use any of the following. Blasting, 2 taps. General Disarray into Blasting, which is the best damage you can do. Or Blasting into Ground Lifting, which is also good damage. 2 taps of Blasting is probably the least favorable action you can take, but it is a reliable action that you can fall back on. Now that you understand damage, let's see how they fit into these grapples. You can use 2 abilities before most of these grapples. You can use any 2 abilities you'd like, so that's General Disarray in a single tap of blasting, or 2 taps of blasting, or blasting into ground lifting, so long as it's 2 actions. Unless you're using Corpse Storm, in which case you only have time for 1 action. If you try to use 2 actions before performing a Corpse Storm grab, it's likely your enemy will get away from you. That's something you don't want for sure. Now we got a firm grasp on our grapples and our damage. Here's a small example of how you can use these together. And so it may not seem like it, but we've really learned a lot in a short amount of time here. We've learned the basics of shooting. We've gained an understanding on how to move safely from place to place. We've really grasped the concept of grapples and their many different forms. We have an explosive understanding of damage. And we are, of course, going to remember to keep our attack speed buff up. Right, boys and girls? And now with all this knowledge roiling about in your head, it's time to put it to some good use. Get out there, fight somebody, use what you've learned to dominate the battlefield in every which way possible. Don't let yourself be caught off guard because you didn't know your basics. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. TeamTurbo signing off for now. Enjoy the fight. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hey there boys and girls, TurboCleave here, showing you a sneak peek of the next field manual installment, the Iron Buster and You. What does it mean to be fast? Volume 2 will cover the basics of stand-up combos and will aim to make you a better stand-up fighter. It covers a lot of abilities that were not covered in this video and will serve to make you a more complete berserker